On today's video, we'll be talking about 3 Nigerian celebrities who once died and woke up from death. Before we get to it, kindly subscribe if you have not and click on the bell notification button for more updates on all our new videos. Moving on. Number 1. John Okafor. Kicking off our list is Nigerian actor John Okafor, popularly known to many as Mr. Ibu, who gave a very surprising story about how he died and woke up after 3 days. Speaking to the Vanguard, John Okafor narrated the crazy story, saying, "December last year, an Nnewi-based business mogul, Ebubechukwu Uzo, had invited me to come and perform at his party. I was in London when he contacted me on the telephone. I promised him that I would be back soon, so I left London for Lagos on the 19th of December. I made a brief stopover in Ivory Coast where I spent a few days before returning to the country on the 22nd of December. On the morning of 24th of December, I flew into Enugu to assemble my dancers and artists before heading to Nnewi by road. When we landed Nnewi, I never knew that the people who had been in touch with me all this while were the enemies of my host. They were busy diverting my movement out of the appropriate place. And before I knew what was happening, I found myself in a hotel they claimed to have booked for me. While I was waiting for them there, I went to a quiet place to avoid creating a scene. I kept communicating with them until they arrived at the hotel. My PA was the only person who was with me at that moment. But a few minutes after he went downstairs to buy soft drinks because he said he was thirsty, 2 men dressed in white clothes walked up to me immediately. I suspected they were the people I was waiting for. I stood up because I was lying down when they arrived. I looked at their faces and saw them smiling at me. I said to them, "Where are we heading to?" Nobody replied me. I said, "Okay, if you are my fans, there's no problem." Before I could finish speaking, a big blow landed on my nose and mouth. I passed out immediately, and later my lifeless body was lying on the floor while my spirit was hanging in the air. I wasn't standing or anything, neither was I holding anything. I was seeing what the 2 men were doing to my body, but they were not seeing me. I was surprised they were not seeing me where I was standing. My spirit was seeing them. They succeeded in putting life out of that body before they left the place. Meanwhile, one of the cleaners in the hotel saw what happened to me and raised an alarm. Before my PA and other sympathizers rushed down to the place where my lifeless body was lying on the ground. They tried to revive me, but to no avail. I was hearing what they were discussing, but they couldn't see me. At a point, the owner of the hotel suggested that they should take my corpse to the mortuary, but my boys refused. The following day, which was 25th of December, they moved my body to a nearby hospital in Nnewi, where the doctor on duty confirmed me dead and advised my boys to deposit my corpse into the mortuary. My boys refused to adhere to the doctor's advice. They moved my lifeless body to Enugu on the 26th of December. When we reached Enugu, they took me to one herbal hospital, and the first doctor that examined my body confirmed that there was no life in me any longer. My boys did not give up. On 28th December, after the doctors couldn't revive me, while in the spiritual realm, a face like a masquerade was revealed and was smiling at me. It later disappeared before 2 hands appeared from the blue and commanded me to go back. Immediately, I woke up and everybody took to their heels. When I woke up, I could neither walk nor talk again. It was obvious that something happened to me. On the 30th of December, my wife arrived in Enugu, and when she saw me, she started crying while I was laughing. At a point, she started playing with me. She held my hand and was teaching me how to walk again. Soon, I started regaining my senses. On the 30th of December, I finally regained full consciousness. I asked my wife what we were doing in Enugu. I said to her, "I told you I was going to Nnewi. How come we ended up in Enugu?" My wife told me to calm down, that she was going to tell me everything that happened along the line. And when I regained full consciousness, she narrated everything that happened to me. I was dumbfounded. That's how I came back to my senses. After I was discharged from the hospital, the man that invited me to Nnewi managed to send my flight tickets back to Lagos with that of my wife. That's how I returned to Lagos alive, and since then, nobody has called to inquire about my condition of health, the actor concluded. Number 2. Jerry Amilo. Nollywood actor Jerry Amilo took to his social media to recount his own story of coming back from the dead. According to what Jerry said, he and a friend were involved in a fatal car accident in 1998 on their way to an award show. The vehicle lost its front tire and somersaulted on the road, leaving both Jerry and his friend pronounced dead on the spot. Eventually, they were transferred to the morgue, where Jerry's body was kept for 3 days without electricity. On the 3rd day, the actor says he came back to life, shocking everyone present and making some run away. Eventually, some brave youth coppers approached him and confirmed that he was indeed alive. He was later taken to a hospital where he spent 2 years before getting discharged. His friend never woke up. Number 3. Angela, Okerie's son. While celebrating her son's birthday, star Nigerian actress recounted a story of how her son died and came back from the dead on Instagram. Angela wrote, "My baby's birthday in 2 days, September 5th. I can't wait to tell the world how you came forth. My covenant with God, why you are untouchable, how you, at real King Chamberline, died and came back to life. The world don't know you are a miracle child. They don't know before you were conceived. He knows your name, Cassie Mobi Chamberlain. I will be forever grateful to God Almighty, and I will worship Him forever. He is the reason we are still alive. Someone there sent a death sentence to my son that died when Jesus died and came back to life when He resurrected. It's 7 days they gave. They are going to be disgraced and removed from the surface of the earth in 7 days. As long as God lives, we shall continue to live. You are blessed, my son," she concluded. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.